crescent mind. Before going to that subject, I would like to say one thing. All of us have seen the image of Lord Shiva, but most of us don't understand the meaning of Lord Shiva. There is no such man or Lord or deity sitting up there and waiting for our for our protection or destruction of the universe. There is no such Lord sitting up over there. The whole body of Lord Shiva, everything in the body of Lord Shiva signifies a deeper meaning of life, a deeper understanding of life. One of them is the crescent moon on the head of Lord Shiva. In our yogic tradition, moon is related to mind and mind is related to moon. Adi Yogi, Lord Shiva, also said that thing. Moon is related to mind, mind is related to moon. That's why crescent moon signifies a lot. Crescent moon means crescent mind means you need minimum mind. A tiny little mind is more than enough for our survival, for our day-to-day work. But more than that, it becomes a poison. And that is the conditions of human life today. Our mind is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. We are engaging our mind too much in every way. We don't know where we are heading for. Our bigger mind has become our master, and we become the servant. This bigger mind is influencing us, forcing us to be engaged in the repetitive work. In the morning, we are waking up, going to market, bringing food, eating food, going to office, earning money, again coming back home and again eating food and sleeping. And again that cycle. We don't know where we have started our life and where we are heading for. We don't know. At least two valid questions should come in our inner being, in our spirit, in our inner being. Where we started and where finally we are heading. That two valid questions should come. But mind is acting as a stumbling block in that way. Mind is obstructing all that valid questions to come in our inner being. That is the problem. That is the tragedy. As if we are like an animal, like a cow, tied in a bag and encircling without knowing what the next. That is the problem of the bigger mind. That is the problem of the bigger mind. That's why crescent mind, very tiny little mind, very hairlining thin mind is more than enough for our survival. More than enough. You know, all that kind of problems, anxiety, depression, stress, strain, suffering, where it comes and settle finally. It comes, everything, anxiety, depression, everything comes and finally settle in the mind. Mind is a permanent abode, home of all that negative things. They find a very safest shelter in the mind. That's why we are identified when anxiety comes, we are identified with the anxiety. When depression comes, we are identified with the depression. Suffering comes, we are identified with the suffering. In that way, our whole life is being trapped by the mind. That is a very paramount question, that where we are heading for with that bigger mind. We are heading nowhere. Finally, we are heading nowhere. Crescent mind, very tiny little mind, hair thin mind is the requirement. It can help us to connect to the field of the first layer of consciousness, to the field of higher consciousness. It can help us to connect. Crescent mind is very subtle mind, thousand times more powerful than the bigger, grosser mind, gross mind. Bigger mind is nothing but the gross mind. A tiny little mind is more, thousand times more powerful, trillions times more powerful than that bigger mind we have, gross mind. That is to be understood. There is a inner being within us, eternal inner being. All the possibilities of life are there. All the possibilities of life. But mind is covering, the bigger mind is covering the surface, the inner value of our life. That's why we don't understand our inner dimension, our inner potential, our inner being. It is like the cloud. Our mind behaves like a cloud. It covers the whole sky. It blocks the sun. It block it blocks the rays of the sun. That is the problem with a bigger mind. We should cultivate to make our mind very crescent. Very crescent. We should cultivate that thing. We should practice that thing without making our mind crescent, hair thinning. We cannot change our life. we cannot change our life. For that, you have to transcend your thoughts. Don't try to stop the thought. You just transcend your thoughts by the process of transcendental consciousness, by the process of the technique and technology of transcendental consciousness. You can transcend. You have to have a good understanding with the thoughts, and you have to come out from the trap of the mind. You cannot bow down to the dictate of your mind. All the thoughts, 99% of thoughts are meaningless. They are giving you identification. When a thoughts come, you are identified with that particular thought, and you pour in the tremendous energy into that particular thought, and you drain out yourself in that process. That is the problem. Don't identify yourself with the thought. Don't identify with your mind. And slowly, gradually, with the practice, you can transcend the limited boundary of your gross mind and gross thoughts. And you can achieve the layer of that crescent mind, which can take you to the ultimate dimension of transcendental consciousness. In the absence of total thoughts, in the absence of the total gross mind, you can see the light of consciousness. You can see the immense, tremendous, infinite possibilities of life. And once you attain that crescent mind, then nothing can disturb you, nothing can bother you. Anxiety, stress, strain, suffering of this world cannot bother or disturb you anymore. So bring that awareness in your existence. Bring the awareness of the subtle dimension of mind. Bring the awareness of the transcendental consciousness. First, these two things is very necessary. Awareness of transcendental consciousness and crescent mind. Here, thinning mind. If you bring that awareness in your day-to-day life, in your waking stage, then surely and exactly you can proceed in a correct direction. Today we have no direction. Question today, when you are going to sleep, today question yourself. Every day we are doing the same thing. Today what we have done, tomorrow we will do the same thing. After 10 years we will do the same thing. After 20 years we will do the same thing, eating, sleeping, going to work, coming back home, and finally where we are heading for, ultimately we don't know. Question yourself. Start asking that question to yourself every night when you are going to sleep, and within few days you will get the answers from your very inner being. That will be the correct answer. At least these two questions bring in your awareness. My dear friends, believe me, I assure you, I realized that things in my own life. Today, nothing can disturb me. No eventuality can disturb me because I experienced the deeper dimensions of life. I got the answer where I am heading for. The same thing you can do. So, my dear friends, join hands with us for the greater prospect of our life, for the bigger dimension of our life, for what our life is meant for. Stay tuned with me. One day, sooner or little later, we will find our way to a bigger life, which is far more valid and bona fide than the present life we are living in. Thank you. See you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.